OR token is not a security. The OR token is not a stock. It is a video game token and is used for in-game purchases in OR-supported websites, video games, and the OR-Forge NFT marketplace. No ownership guarantees a percentage of any ownership of OR Systems Inc., any video games, content, media productions, or other, until options are extended. OR Systems Inc. is a privately owned and operated organization that utilizes blockchain technologies and provides real-world value to the intrinsic video game currency. As such, please ensure you approach the OR token at your own discretion. No one involved in this video is a financial advisor.
Forge greatness, this is what you need. Next level marketplace with the NFT. Music, podcasts, movies, and more. Crypto games, take it to the next level for sure. Or system, or system. If you buy the NFT, this is what you're missing. Or system, or system. If you buy the NFT, this is what you're missing. To my movie makers and musicians, time to level up. Bring your content, even all my game developers. We got movie streaming, music streaming, so you wanna be in the mix. This ain't no big production company. Over 25,000 OR users, yes indeed. Only charging 2.3% sales fee. Own all your music, all your games, own your future. Set your own terms. This is how you do it. You need OR system, OR system. If you buy the NFT, this is what you're missing. Or system, or system. If you buy the NFT, this is what you're missing. Let's go. Forge greatness. Woo.
What's up, Warriors?
Hello, Sean. Hello, Judy. Hello,
What
Eric.
up, Sean? What up,
Sean?
Jimmy?
What's up, Darren?
What up, E-Money?
EKE.
Episode 85. In your face. 85.
Said we
Longest
would never
rug
get
pull ever. 85. 85 weeks on Warrior Hour.
85 weeks,
That's 85 hours.
85 peaks.
What's up, guys?
What's up, brother? What's going on down Florida?
Going on? Well, you know, it's just raining and pouring these days in the summer. But missed you guys last week. But I'm glad I'm here for episode 85, which means there's only 15 episodes left till the big 100. That's 100 for those who don't know.
Hey, who owns the weather machine, man? Can we rotate weather kind of one to the right clockwise?
I think so. Well, in Superman 3,
Yeah, that's right.
they had that. They had the satellite that can force rain. So maybe,
Yep.
or we could just ask Superman to come on up and swoop it up and
Spin
bring
the
it
other
over.
way.
That was the one with Richard Pryor. That was a good one.
Yep.
That was.
I love that
I just
one,
watched it the other day. Just watched it the other
It's a
day.
great one.
Yeah.
The scene with the lady that gets sucked into the machine, she gets turned into
That
a
still
robot.
freaks me out.
Oh yeah, it's scared the heck
When her
out of me.
eyes turn silver.
What's that?
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
her eyes turn
Yeah,
silver, you're
yeah.
like, that freaked me out. How old was I? I was like 7, I think.
Yep.
At
I
the
was,
time.
I was pretty young. That was pretty scary.
It was
It was.
scary. Scary.
Who's the best Superman?
Christopher Reeve, come on.
Absolutely, man.
Definitely.
Is that
That's even up
unanimous?
for debate.
I believe so.
Yeah,
What
for
about
sure.
Henry Cavill does a great job. It's just Christopher Reeves is. That's
It's
the one I
just-
remember.
Too late, Luther.
He's Superman to me.
Too late.
Too
Yeah,
There's a
late.
new one. There's a new one coming, right? Isn't there a new Superman coming out?
Probably there always
That's
is.
before James Gunn's doing it before he does the new Peacemaker season 2. He's doing Superman.
See?
All right, cool.
Ah, with a new
No.
Superman.
I think so.
Oh,
With a
Oh,
guy
s-
that looks like Henry Cavill.
I mean,
Yeah.
they'll just got to look like Abercrombie and Fitch models. I mean, doesn't matter.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
right.
no big deal.
Superman don't look like this.
He ain't Asian.
Say,
Okay,
Lex Luthor.
so here's the follow-up. Who is the best Batman?
Who's the best Batman?
Oh man, you know
The
what,
guy-
man?
the blue guy,
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna catch hell for
Adam
it.
West. Adam
No,
West.
come on, man.
Best Joker was
he's
Heath
a
Ledger.
classic. I love those shows. I thought Ben Affleck did a great job, and people.
yeah, so did I. I also thought
Oh, wait,
I also thought the kid from Twilight did a good job too.
Yeah, absolutely. The Batman. Yeah, that was excellent, man. I loved it.
Edward. Did
Unexpected.
anyone watch The Flash?
I did
Yeah,
not.
of course.
No.
But hold on. Now, if there's a spoiler alert, I already know about it, but let's not spoil the.
Okay. I
Well,
was
for
gonna say,
Jimmy.
I knew exactly where you were.
I
going.
watched-
Batman featured.
The last one I seen was Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and I watched it on the plane, and it almost brought me to tears because it's pretty brutal.
it
Whoa.
was pretty good. I was very surprised.
It's really
Usually I
good.
don't like. I don't like that. Like I don't like Thor when they try to get it too. It's they try too hard. You could tell.
Just
but,
with the backstory on Rocket was pretty
right,
sad.
right. I'm like,
Don't tell
am
me
I
anything
about
you
to?
haven't seen it yet.
Wait, did everyone watch it before I say
I
something?
did.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
You don't spoil
You come
anything.
from
But I was like, what? No.
No.
a broken raccoon home or
What
something.
did,
I was
what
on,
did
I was
you
on a
do?
plane, and I literally had to like look away from like the screen in front of me, going like,
No.
I'll tell you what, man. I thought the second Guardians of the Galaxy did that for me too, man. So if this one's even more heartstring tugging, then I'm in for it, man. I'm a softie when it comes to
Disney
movies,
got
man.
me on that one. Disney got me. I'll tell you that. Disney got me.
God.
it's a good series though.
That's
Yeah.
awesome, man. And
So
then the last time I got emotional like that watching anything was the closing episode to The Mandalorian season 2.
That was pretty
And
bad.
one of Jimmy's, well, not that I wouldn't have seen it, but Jimmy recommended to see Clerks 3. That's a tearjerker,
Really?
man. That one got me.
Clerks 3?
Clerks
Yep,
3
I
is
did-
really good.
I said the same
Really?
thing.
Okay,
It gets. Oh yeah, they take it to a.
They go there.
Yep.
They go, okay. That's fairly recent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
sure.
Awesome.
Last year?
Yeah, I thought it
Okay.
was fantastic.
Because I loved Clerks.
Yep, me
And
too.
I don't think I saw Clerks 2.
Clerks 2 is hilarious. It's really raunchy.
Yeah,
Maybe
Clerks
that's
2.
why. I think I had kids by that
Clerks
time.
2 rode that margin, man, of a little too much. Man, they rode it right on the line, man.
It's great.
It was
But
brutal.
Clerks
Yeah.
3, is it?
3's great. I love
You really
it.
got to see 2 before you see 3, though. You got to
Oh,
know what's
really?
going on.
Yeah,
man. I mean,
you should watch. You watch all 3 of them. That's what me and my
Yeah,
wife did.
yeah, for
Watch all
sure.
3.
oh, it's easy to binge now, right?
Yeah.
Streaming.
Man, I forgot about Clerks.
if you're gonna watch 8 hours of designer homes or whatever, you can watch 6
I don't watch
hours of
Designer
Clerks.
Homes. I don't watch Designer Homes.
Whatever, you know. On the Better Home and Gardens Network.
I watch Real Housewives of Miami.
Pimp My House.
Oh, man.
Just kidding.
I've actually never watched that show, Real Housewives. I've
I,
never seen
I, I need Exhibit to come down here and pimp my house.
Exhibit.
Oh my gosh. Exhibit.
Pimp My Crib.
it. My crib.
Oh, are we boring you, Armando? Sorry, man.
Oh, I'm just tired these days.
Yeah.
Comes with age.
Getting
Welcome to
old,
life.
pal.
Well,
No.
soon you'll have this stuff right here. You know.
Is Armando the youngest one on the team? No, aside from Collins.
I think Armando is second runner-up. Yeah.
Yeah, 45. Ugh.
He's definitely
That's how
second
old
runner-up.
Eric is. Eric's 46.
46.
46
Ooh.
in March, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's do a quick down and dirty. Had some
Oh.
notes over here.
Oh yeah, this stuff. Yeah, this stuff. It's
Yep. On the
going on in
staking
the world.
news from the back office on the staking pool. You know, that's basically 7 August through 18 for removal of your stakes that are out there currently. And as you know, we waived the fees. Burn distribution fees are reduced to 0 during this period. The website interface will be unsupported after the 18th. So if you got tokens still staked, go ahead and get them out of there. And if you have questions, let us know. We'll get them answered for you. Our accelerator program, we were supposed to start this week. We got kind of retracked. They said, no, you guys are in the October track. So we're basically pushed from August over there into October 4 start date, which we're excited about, man. We're going to fit into that development track instead of the kind of the building from the base company thing that we we got tracked into. Our patent application is completed. I am currently reviewing anything that looks different from that. And so when you do that, they send you things that may or may not be similar in the form of this book right here. and
Wow.
they're like,
No way.
Yeah.
Hell with that.
I'm like, can we do a chat GPT thing or something? Yeah, so I'm currently reviewing, the 15 that may or may not be similar and the 19 that are secondary similar to some of the things that we're working on in the back office. But boring business stuff, but that's what has to be done. But the application is in and standing, and once we go back to the lawyers, and we'll get that patent pending status that we're looking for. You can catch me and Lucas and Nick probably at the Warrior GMR conference, September 16th and 17th. It's up in DC. We're linked up with the Army esports team up there and Warrior GMR. And we might do some gameplay live up there. I think Lucas and Nick are going to be on the board with Warrior GMR, do some commentary, etc. And so that is the update from the back office. Other than a good friend of ours, Gabrielle Coos, who's been on here before, recently started a new position with Digital Dollar. I reached out to her to kind of see what that was all about, and maybe in a future episode she'll come back and tell us all about her new position. Remember, she was a lady who was big into the crypto side of town and advocating for cryptocurrency in the past, and so to see her change positions over to kind of the central bank digital currency part of this thing was interesting. So I'd really like to hear what she has to say about that. As the tide is changing, right? As we look toward, the U.S. dollar in the United States, and we understand that our inflation rate is somewhere around 10%. I think it's interesting to see the evolution of it. And recently PayPal actually said they are establishing their own stablecoin.
Oh, really? Wow.
That's a change.
Yeah, that is a change from what they would put us through.
Yeah, before in their user policy, it was like, we don't do that. It's a risky thing. And now all of a sudden they have a stable coin. So that should show you the evolution of the way things are kind of going here. I think there's a rush to get on board with what that's going to look like in the future.
Oh, yeah.
Scary prospect for some, man. I don't know, but what do y'all think about central bank digital currency?
Yeah, I mean, the whole idea was decentralization.
Yep.
Well, I think there's a difference in, kind of who owns the power there, right? So decentralized has really been about empowering the individual.
Yeah.
More of the word democratizing comes up a lot when you're talking about cryptocurrency. But when you talk about central bank digital currency, I think that's a little more about centralized control. And so, regulation, let's face it, the government's not great at managing money.
It's a double-edged sword, though.
Yeah, I mean, convenience, right?
A little bit of safety, you would think. You're hoping that there's an element of safety, to if something's regulated. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe that's the illusion. I don't know.
Yeah, could be. All right. That's very true.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like a mushroom, but definitely go do your own exploration on that thing, man. If you got opinions, drop them in either Twitch or YouTube, and let us know what you think about central bank digital currency and kind of how that's going. Or drop us a line. Honestly, we've been a digital society since the beginning of a debit card. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then a debt-based society based on a credit card. I don't know. I caught like 5 minutes of the news today, and again, depends on which source you consume, obviously, but it was like, people are racking up more credit card debt now than they have, since pre-COVID.
Really?
People in the middle class, and I consider all of us, middle class, obviously, but it's starting to impact people where that, we've seen in business here recently. I think every system that we use has hiked their rates over the last 2 months. And so everybody's passing that on to the consumer. And the things you don't know are the ones that get you, like the $6 a dozen eggs. Right. If I'd have known that on the farm when we were giving them away for $0.25 a dozen, I'd be like, no. Those are golden. Keep them eggs, bro. And recently, it's funny down here in San Antonio. I live in a subdivision, so you couldn't have chickens, and farm animals. Recently, the homeowners association said that you can have 12 chickens on your property.
Oh wow. Okay.
And so it reminds me of some of those empire building games that people play where the chickens
yeah.
are the currency. I'm like, dude, I'm going to be an egg magnate living in a subdivision in San Antonio. So what do you guys see, man? We all live in major cities. What do you guys see as some challenges currently going on with, inflation or whatever the case might be? Anything that impacts you directly?
Everything.
I mean, well, cost of living, that's a pretty common one that affects everybody. But
Homes.
What's your grocery
Kinda-
bill look like?
yeah, I don't even know. I know my wife shops, and I know I look.
I don't look.
Yeah, I mean, I just throw stuff in the cart. I wait till it's like about 200, and I order it.
Ignorance is bliss, though, right? I used to be able to walk through the store and kind of like do the mental math. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, I'll buy these avocados, I'll buy this, I'll buy that, I'll buy that. What I find is, junk food is the cheapest nowadays.
Yep.
If for the stores that we have down here, if you stay around the outside aisle, that's generally considered what, the FDA, or I guess it's the FDA recommends for the food pyramid. It's the green vegetables and the
I say
lean
like
meats.
Doritos and stuff like that's pretty expensive these days. So man, those big bags are like fucking $6.
Packed by weight, not by volume.
Air, push of air.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's all it is.
It's just funny when when you get to the end of the checkout counter and now the cart is half full instead of full and the price is the same or higher. That's just a simple, impact on things. Even things like cleaning supplies. I think every industry.
Hot water.
It's I didn't even want to talk about a water bill.
Oh gosh.
You guys don't have probably water restrictions like we do down here in the South. The South, not the wet South.
Yeah,
like Armando.
Yeah.
No, we don't have anything like that right now. I mean, they've done it to us before when we have droughts here, but I don't have.
And that's what we're looking at right now, man. Like stage 3, so there's no more water and grass, and now on like these old neighborhood apps, they're doing grass shaming.
Grass shaming.
Yeah. So like I saw some unmentionable on this little neighborhood app. I call it the gossip app, but it was like, if you have a green lawn, you're a selfish bastard.
Well,
or your lawn is in the shade all day.
Oh, man.
Exactly. What if it's?
Or you have a type of grass that doesn't take water. But it's just funny how people, they drive around the neighborhood like, Gladys Kravitz and Bewitched.
They're looking.
They look at your lawn and then they get on a neighborhood app and gossip about you. I don't know. It's obviously it's a serious thing because stage 3 water restriction means the aquifer that we're at is getting empty, and you want to see people turn savage and start to stink.
give me water.
Yeah, that'll be the
Give
next
me
major
water. Road warrior, like the road warrior and stuff. Give me water.
Gasoline.
So if we think about back to this digital currency thing, man, how would that change your lives on a daily basis?
I don't use it right now, really.
Yeah, it's all. I mean, outside of convenience, and I don't know, would it make bookkeeping easier? Things like that. I don't know.
Kind of, we use it right now every time. I mean, every time I go somewhere buy something, I put my card in.
You remember those movies like I don't know, what was that one, the remake, Total Recall?
Yeah.
Right. Where they got
remake?
where they got the implant in their skin and they're selling credit in the black market.
It's coming.
You know what I'm saying? And so your paycheck is now in dollars, something that you understand, right? Because we all know that, and you can take that thing and you can hold it in your hand and I got $1. You know what I mean? It's a tangible, it's a fungible, one might say.
Fungible.
And so,
I see what you did there.
And so if we go to, and how long will it take? That's the other question I have. Is it like you go to sleep one night and wake up the next morning and now instead of dollars in your account, you have digital dollars. Well, they're digital dollars anyway, bro. The only difference is you ain't going to be able to go to the bank and draw those digital dollars out.
Right.
You're not going to be able to stuff any under your mattress, and you're not going to be able to pay cash. And even look at tipping. Tipping's gone, the way of the digits too. You get your bill. Do you want to add 10%? Sure. What if you don't want to add 10%? Well, you select what you want to put in. You know what I'm saying? And so the cash societies, right? What about the farmers markets?
There's a lot of that.
Well, that's part of the government regulation, right? Oh, that's not FDA regulated. You can't do that.
I mean, but when a company goes to the farmers and buys, they're not using cash. They're using credit or checks.
Maybe they are, maybe they're not. I'm talking about consumers.
Yeah.
See this little thing now? Can you see it? A little square that enables full digital transactions.
Sure.
You know,
Use that on the road.
Yeah, this one's NFC, so it's tap and go. And so I think we're a lot further along in that central bank digital currency conversion than we want to believe. It's just really taking the dollar sign away and putting up something else there, maybe a seat for credits. I don't know.
Credits.
Yeah.
Call of Duty dollars.
Yeah.
I mean, not Call of Duty. I mean, with them frontlines dollars.
Fortnite dollars.
No, with them frontlines dollars.
Oh, it's that store of value.
Go.
And that's what the crypto thing is all about, right? It's that store of value. When you think about distributed ledger technology, it was the Yaps who invented that. You know who the Yaps are? They were a tribe in Micronesia, like hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And there was a huge rock in the middle of the island, and they decided that they were going to use that for a ledger. Each person would get a portion of that ownership, right? And then the entire tribe would sit around and they would go through the ledger as an oral history. So they all knew who owned it, right? And it was still tangible, right? So you could go up and touch it and you say, I own this part of it right here. Well, then at some point, they were moving one of these big ass rocks and it fell into the bottom of the ocean. And then the whole tribe knew it. And they said, you know what? It's still there. We all know it's there. And so that introduced that idea of a store of value that wasn't tangible.
Huh.
So cryptocurrency is not new. Crypto's currency is, but distributed ledger technology like that is not a new thing. We've been keeping ledger records for many, 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 many years, right? When you think of a banker, that's what I think of. Some dude, glasses sitting there with the ledger, or the bookkeepers in the Old West or whatever it is. But nowadays, man, when you start talking about what is a store of value and how do we determine what the value is, that becomes an interesting conversation. Remember the gold standard?
Yep.
Hasn't existed for many years in the country.
That's what that was. Your dollar bill was your certificate for, X amount of ounces of gold or whatever.
Yeah, and now it's a debt-based society. Have been for many years. What is it, 33 trillion now, ish?
I know it was in the trillions, and
get your head wrapped around that. I don't even know what anyway.
Or not often, I should say.
All interesting conversations, and I'm anxious to see what comes, man. But I'm scared as hell, to be honest with you.
Of course.
I just don't like people going, I control you now.
One thing that is coming is with them.
With them is coming.
With them.
With them is coming.
Don't forget about with them.
Some great conversations this week, man. As we push forward with building the game and the creation of the middleware that we think is going to be, a big deal for people. As you start to take subjective and objective data and match those things in an algorithm, and there's consumers of that data out there for the goodness of society, so to speak. We're excited about the direction of it, and we're right on schedule, man. Hopefully, some of these meetings we're having are going to put our development ahead of schedule, which we're hoping for. Our entry into the accelerator program just prior to our kickoff in November, and it's available now. I mean, if you want to pre-order, you can go pre-order it. We got some alpha testers out. If you want to be part of that program, drop us a line, and we'll get you, set up, email address recorded, get your Discord lined up, and hopefully next week, as we kind of transition the Warrior Hour into a time where we can all get together and play,
Oh yeah.
That's what we're looking at doing probably next week starting. And so we'll make a few announcements on the social media. We'll get some gameplay coordinated and we'll stream it out there to the audience and we'll push forward. We can still do our normal. We got to have Armando's monologue on the Warrior Hour, man. That's a must.
What's up, guys? By the way, what's up, guys? Episode 85, by the way, if you didn't know.
If you didn't know.
You know who does the greatest Armando impersonation is Armando. Let's just.
What's up, Eric? What's up, Jimmy? What's up, Sean?
What's up, Jimmy? What's up?
We miss you, Lucas. We miss you.
What's up, commercials?
Not one mention of what's up. Not one. Oh, are we at a commercial? Okay.
We are.
War is not just about physical battles. It takes a toll on the minds and souls of those who have been deployed to combat zones. The memories, the trauma, and the emotional scars can last a lifetime. But what if there was a way to start a conversation about mental health among military veterans who have gone through similar challenges? Introducing WithThem.co, a cutting-edge gaming project that pairs gameplay with IoT-enabled smart devices to collect data to help provide more detailed care. WithThem.co is an innovative project that combines gaming technology with mental health awareness. The game is designed for gamers and military veterans who have deployed to combat zones. By sharing stories of other veterans who go through similar challenges, WithThem.co hopes to start a dialogue about mental health. WithThem.co is not just a game, it is a platform for veterans to connect, to share their experiences, and to get the support they need. With the help of IoT-enabled smart devices, WithThem.co collects data to help provide more detailed care. WithThem.co is more than just a gaming project. It is a community of veterans, gamers, and mental health professionals who are working together to make a difference. Join the WithThem.co community today and be a part of the movement to raise awareness about mental health among military veterans. Together we can fight, and together we can heal.
What's up, guys?
Warriors?
What's up, Warriors?
Warriors.
Episode
Welcome back,
85.
Sean. Welcome back, Jimmy.
Welcome back, Sean. Welcome back, Eric.
Ah, man.
It just never gets old.
So everybody's got to download the new version of the game. I downloaded it. My controller's working a lot better now,
Ah,
Awesome.
nice.
which is good. I was fucking around with it not too long ago, but I had to run to work.
You were what? You were messing around.
Messing
with it.
around
Yes. Yes.
Well, I didn't
Nick-
say. What are you talking about?
He said funking around.
I said
with it.
funking around.
Yeah.
'Cause I get
Gotcha.
I gets funky.
Uptown funk you up.
That is
There you
true.
go.
It's got to be funky.
Yeah, so Nick's been working on the controller support. Obviously, it's native for PC, but once that last bug gets worked out, then we're headed over to Xbox.
I want to be a PC gamer, but I'm just not a PC gamer in terms of the mouse and keyboard. I'm a controller player. The games I use the controller on are awesome, you know.
I'm getting better at dancing around the keyboard, man. But it's one of those skills that takes some.
Hurts my wrist. Just holding my wrist on the keys like that just hurts my wrist.
It's called carpal tunnel.
That's what I have. Yes, we talked about this.
You got these right here.
You know, gnarled little. Take my strong hand, child.
Switch hands,
Let me
Jimmy.
mix those. let me mix those mashed potatoes.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think it'll be really cool to see that thing on Xbox. We're out on Steam, obviously. If you want to go get your wish list
Wish list.
up to speed, you can do that over there on Steam. We've been toying with some early release stuff, but I think we're going to stay on track for what we got, man. We really like that the community is actually getting engaged with us now, and that's why we're going to change the venue a little bit here in the Warrior Hour to get that community engaged play that we're looking for.
Get some gameplay, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
well, and it has to be predictable, right? If people are like, okay, so we're playing every Wednesday at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, yep, that's what we're doing. I think by then people are off work, they wind down a little bit. It'd be good. Good. Looking forward to it.
I love watching. I just to watch the game, man.
The funny thing about one deployment I went on, it was like 6 months or whatever, but we had a it was in Kuwait, so we had like one of the guys brought along his computer, and I must have watched him play Tomb Raider hours and hours and hours and hours.
Really?
Yeah, it was that was kind of my get back into the game thing, many years ago, but it was like one of those, what do I have to touch to unlock adventure kind of games. It was, and of course you sit there, run, jump. He's like, shut up. I couldn't have done it, but you can always tell somebody how to do it. You just can't do it yourself. So it's fun. Oh, wait, I'll tell you this, man. A little earlier, we had a friend of mine, Pat Wiley, on Vet Connect, and he actually does a cyber school for kids, like between 14 and 18. And so part of his program is they take a Raspberry Pi and they make a gaming box out of it.
Oh,
And then they load all those old Atari games on, like I used to play back in the day.
oh, it's my world, man. Atari right there, man.
Oh.
Oh, Eric, I got to tell you this, man. I'll send you a picture. So my wife and I recently went on a little adventure, and there was this place up in Montana that was like an old school arcade. And so, they had pool tables, whatever, shuffleboard, and they had all the games, dude, like Donkey Kong, Galaga.
Sure.
Yep.
I was like a little kid again, man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a quarter anymore, mind you.
Really? They got the machine now
Dollar.
that has like 60 games on it. You just choose one. It's like Dig Dug and all that on there, and Mr. Do.
But there's something about the nostalgia.
For sure.
Yep. Now the multi-game boxes are cool, but I see what Sean's saying. When you're walking past each individual arcade, there's a
For
place.
sure.
There's a place here in one of the like western suburbs that they had Operation Wolf, Stun Runner, Tron, Donkey Kong. Oh man, they had them all. Miss Pac-Man. I mean, they had games I completely forgot about. And I'm passing by. Bad Dudes. I mean, they had them all.
Bad Dudes.
They had a lot. I mean, not all.
Two
But
guys
they
in
had
a
a big chunk. Yep.
black
The
white
Journey
beaters.
video game. Remember that one? The Journey game. They had all that
Escape.
stuff.
Journey
Yeah.
Escape.
But Donkey Kong's a great one, man. That's a staple. It was like Vance Frogger, Pitfall.
Here's your pop quiz. I'm gonna make a sound and you see if you can name the game. Boom, 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 boom. boom, 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 boom. And then
What?
Space Invaders, dude.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
They're
okay.
moving back and forth. Yes. If you would have given me 2 more seconds, I think I could have got it. Maybe
I had that machine in my room when I was a kid.
you did. Yeah, Space Invaders, man.
Then we played like Galaga and Missile Command. Remember
Yep,
Missile
Missile
Command?
Command's another great one. Yep.
And those sound, it was, I don't know, it was something, deep in your brain from when you were a kid playing this. Yes, it's the sounds, man. You know what I mean? Or like Asteroids, the sound of playing Asteroids.
Asteroids.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yep. Defender.
I always
Oh,
liked
man, what-
Defender was, I always like when you go
Yep.
when you have to pick up the people. I was like,
Yeah. And then you get blown up.
It's
like
just
screw these people. It's easier to kill them than pick them up.
and even now when you look at those games, man, they're not. The visual interest was on the skin on the box. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, of course.
That's what drew you to the game. Then you get to play the game, and it's like, okay, that's challenging and fun. It pisses me off because I can't kill all those dudes before they get me.
Yep.
But honestly, the thing, if you close your eyes and you hear those games, you know what that is.
I know exactly what that was.
That's,
Man, I was telling someone recently, Legends of Zelda, I remember buying the game when it first came out, and made it so cool. It was the one game that wasn't gray; it was gold.
Yep.
And you just spot it from across the room. And man, I spent hours and hours on that game then when it came out. And I think Legend of Zelda is what the ET game, which unfortunately didn't stick. I think that's what he was trying to do. That not multi-dimensional. I don't know how you'd call it, where you can go to the left, right, up, down, and do a whole different room or screen. I think that's what ET was trying to do. What Zelda, I guess, accomplished. If I'm right, I don't know if I'm right or not, but
You could be right.
so what's your favorite?
My old school favorite game is called Venture.
I know that one. Yep, I remember that one.
Venture.
Yep.
Venture game. Look it up.
Berserk. Berserk was one that I loved. A little smiley face that would come hopping around. Or it was on Texas Instrument, Hunt for Wampus or Wampus Hunt. Or Jawbreaker. I don't know if you guys ever played Texas Instrument. That was a great one.
I'm a Breakout guy, dude. Remember that on Atari?
Breakout. Oh
my gosh.
That was the bricks. That was the guy in jail, right? He had
that was like the upscale of Pong.
He had to bust through the bricks, right?
Yeah, well, it's just a row of bricks at the top, and then you had a paddle controller. That was the high-speed thing on Atari, right? Because you could play like the driving games with the paddle controller.
Pole position.
Yeah.
Yes. There used to be a show, Pole Position. What? There used to be a what do you call that thing?
I remember that.
Cartoon.
Yeah, it was a cartoon. Pole position.
See?
But don't sing it too much because we might get flagged for singing the song.
Oh yeah.
Oh come on. They won't even know that.
Pole Position Raceways in Des Moines, Iowa. Who knew that?
Did you look up Venture?
I did.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna look it up now.
There's like gameplay. There's some gameplay on YouTube. It was just fun. It had the coolest, like, evilest music, like really dark music for a video game in 1981.
Jeez.
That's the thing, man. You guys being musicians and all. How important is that to life?
That's what I remember of every game that I've ever really enjoyed in my life was the music. I have some soundtracks from video games on vinyl just because the music was so, like Red Dead Redemption, one of the best soundtracks in a video game ever, man.
Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Can't say I ever played that one.
Well, because you're just old man, that's why.
You think so?
No, you're just not as much of a gamer as I am, bro. That's all there is to it, bro.
That's it, bro.
I'm just a big hardcore gamer, bro.
What about Doom?
Yeah, everybody's. I never really got into the first Doom that much. I never really did.
First Doom's all I had in college.
What was that other Wolfenstein? Remember that one?
Oh,
Yeah, that's
it started
kinda
with Wolfenstein.
Kind of like Doom, yeah.
Yeah,
That was-
Wolfenstein was
was-
first.
Doom was 1993.
Was Wolfenstein first?
Wolfenstein?
It was older. It definitely looked older.
Yeah. I don't know. I got
Wolfenstein was first.
81 is what it says here on the Magic Box.
Wolfenstein?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one was like.
Wolfenstein 3D came out in 92, and then Doom came out in 93.
Wow. The history of video games. When was the major leap? What was the major leap? You know, from the kind of.
Grand Theft Auto 3.
You think that was the.
As far as
Yeah, as far as like.
As far as
You know,
things
what-
changing,
When
yes.
the modern era. You know, when was the modern era? I don't know when that actually was. But I remember, you know, sometimes you take a break from that. For me, it was I left home, joined the army, whatever. It was Atari then. You know, 10 years later, when I looked at a game again, it was like, that's not Atari. You know,
things have changed since I've been gone.
well, it's the technology evolved so quick in
Yeah, it
the
does.
in the 80s and 90s. I think it just, you know, this would be a good one for Nick because he would probably know it off the top of his head. It says here it's 2005 to 2006. That's kind of when the modern era. I was a little busy dealing with other things in 2005 and 6.
I was busy playing sports or something.
Well, yeah, I was playing contact sports, but a little different. A little different. I remember the young kids we had, you know, while we were deployed or whatever, they would drag out their Xbox that they packed in the bottom of their deployment kit, and they go try to heist the TV. Most of the time, they steal your damn computer monitor that you had to work on. Sitting in there playing their damn Xbox, like, get off of there, dude. Like dealing with your kids. Funny.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that was my favorite game. What was your favorite game, Eric? Arkanoid?
The Arkanoid has one. Yep, this one I was horrible at it, but it's another one. I mean, the newest game that was one of my favorites was Abe's Oddworld. That was one I do remember liking as far as newer, you know, and that's still what 2000, 2001.
What about you, Armando? What's your favorite of all time?
Double Dragon 2.
Oh, that's a great one. Good call.
Double
When
Dragon.
you were, there were these girls that would come out with like a perm. I remember taking like the whip and be like, pop.
Yes.
Then you could like pick them up and like throw them. That was great.
Double Dragon, man. Yeah, that's a good one.
I gotta be honest, man. That sounds more like a slot machine.
I know.
The one-armed bandit. That was another interesting thing. Up there on vacation, everything is a casino. Like gas station and casino, grocery store and casino.
Church and casino.
Strange, man. You walk in and there was machines. You know, you could sit and gamble. Most of them pay out like $600 for the grand prize. It's funny though, man. But there's always somebody playing, no matter where we went.
Can you imagine spending all those hours in a gas station playing a game like that?
If I had one of those in my hometown where there was barely a gas station, there would be a line around the building. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just one of those.
I'm not judging. I get it, man. You know, I get it. But that's
wow.
Man.
What does that look like with central bank digital currency? What do you think that's going to do to the gaming industry? Ooh.
Could change it.
Ooh.
Ideas.
Well, they transitioned to digital too, right? You know, when's the last time you've been to Vegas?
Oh yeah, they're
tickets.
I had to walk through a casino for. I mean, I was checking something out.
Right.
Yeah. But they were. I mean, they were. If I'm not mistaken, I looked around because it was funny you mentioned that. It's Hard Rock Casino in Rockford, Illinois, and it was all digital machines with the screen, the whatever you call them, the spinners, you know.
Yeah.
It's all done digitally, which also makes me, you know, you gotta wonder, man. It makes it even easier to what do you call it? Set those machines a certain way, no? Am I wrong? Maybe, I don't know.
Completely random.
Yeah,
Completely.
Completely random.
Oh, completely.
The thing that always gets me is the quote unquote penny machine,
Yep.
where you can play like 60 or 70 lines, and it actually costs you like $3 or $4 a pull on that thing.
Yep.
And somehow with 60 lines, you never win.
Yep.
Hey, house owns the odds, baby.
That's the gambling. Got to take a gamble, you know. Speaking of gambling, check out this commercial.
Vader 05, Vader 05, this is Honcho 23 on guard. I'm overhead your position, descending down.
Happiness, you will feel regret, you will feel sadness. At the end of the day, you will continue to breathe. Five, gonna go.
What's up, boys?
Same episode 85. Almost.
We're still at 85. Still rocking 85.
Coming to the end of 85.
I know. It's all
Yeah,
downhill.
And billions around the world watching.
Oh my gosh, it's been a while since I've said that because I was kind of like, the billions watching now and the trillions watching later.
Because we know there's billions watching right now. Billions.
Like that. Hey, you never know. You never know.
Oh, we're at 1 million now, and then.
Absolutely.
Just saying. I mean, views. So, you know.
Absolutely.
Are we wrapping?
Oh, yeah, we're going to wrap it up soon, man.
Yeah. Man.
And so if you're out there in TV world, jumponwiththem.co. Get
With
your
them
pre-order
dot
in.
co.
Give us a jingle. Let us know what you think about what we're doing. Hit us up. All the channels. Insta, Slack, Teleface.
Telefacegram.
Bookface.
Teleface, something, whatever it is. We got them all.
You'll find us somewhere.
Yep.
You'll find us somewhere. We're out there. We're not hiding.
And so, if we had one choice, if you had one game to play for the rest of your life, what would you choose? Old or new?
Probably new, something probably like Call of Duty because it's the replayability. You know what I mean? You can keep playing it. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good call. It'll be different almost every time you play it. Or
Yeah,
it could be,
but everybody else has to be playing the same game.
Yeah. Man, that's a hard question. Damn it, Sean.
I'm going to choose with them front line for making them partial.
I'm going to wake up at 1 a.m., man. I'm going to call Sean. Sean, I figured it out.
I figured it out. I know what I want to do. Be like, what?
You're like, wait, to take one album with you or a movie with you on an island? Or, I'm with Jimmy on that one. I don't know what game. Probably a Star Wars. I don't know.
Of course it would.
A Star Wars game. I just don't know which.
Of course.
Like,
there should be
the newest one. The newest one that comes out. There's one coming out now that's going to be like a massive multiplayer online role player, which is nice, cool, pretty cool. I'm interested in it.
A back Battlefront. I'd probably pick that because it'll change. You change.
Is that going to be like the Star Wars Complete series, where you can play everything from Hoth to the end of time?
You know a little more than you're letting on about Star Wars, there, Sean.
Hoth.
Nah, come on.
Speaking of Hoth, one of my other favorite Atari games was the Empire Strikes Back game. You fight against
They
the
had that?
Yep.
It was bad. It wasn't very good, but they had.
No, it was. But like Sean was saying, it was like the box. You look at the box, and there's this menacing AT-AT on the front, the explosions in the back, and you play it. It's, they do the best they could. The one game that had the coolest cover, the game was all right. Of course, the graphics didn't match. Obviously, was Yar's Revenge.
Yar's Revenge. I remember that.
To close that one out, man. That's
Yar's Revenge.
The only reason I mentioned Hoth is I think I used to live in Hoth. That's what North Dakota's like in the winter. I always wanted to cut open a cow and sleep inside of it.
Yeah, right. See, Sean, man, you know what you're talking about.
try to
You
survive.
thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Try to survive the frozen north in the wintertime. You guys know what that's like.
Yeah. We get summer and winter extreme on both. You might get a couple days of,
I would gladly trade it right now for the second stage of hell that I live in down here in Texas.
No, if you don't mind me repeating what you said, having your AC run on you and you're still sweating, that's bad. And I've been there, man. My kids will ask me, like, why are you sweating, Dad? The AC's on. It's like, freaking hot. Not helping me,
I never had AC growing up, man.
I didn't either. I shouldn't say that. My dad had eventually got an air conditioner, but it was for the living room only. It was, so the bedrooms you just had to suffer or sleep up in the front room, which.
Yeah. Well, for the 2 days a year that we actually needed it.
Yeah, exactly.
You build the old swamp cooler, put a tray of ice in front of the fan, and go with it.
Yeah, I've done that, man, with a wet rag. Yes.
Nothing better than a cool wash rag when you're sweating.
Oh yeah.
Or you turn the heater off on your waterbed.
I would, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would be on my bed, spread out, look like I was wearing a loincloth. I'm sorry. That's how hot it used to get. PG-13, man.
And with that visual.
That's a good visual.
I got pictures, man. I'll send them.
Now I'm just looking at all this list of 2600 Atari 2600 games, man. Holy crap!
You got a lot, right? I'm gonna pull that up now too.
It's on like Wikipedia. Blackjack, bowling.
I got one of those all-in-one Atari controllers with the joystick. Now you plug in USB to your TV.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
it's like $30.
No, that's cool.
I wonder if eBay still has like the old Atari 2600 or wherever it was. I bet somebody does, man. I got a Nintendo Wii for sale if anybody wants it.
A Wii?
Yeah, I came across that thing the other day. You know, the kids had the Nintendo DS and all that stuff that was a must-have that I think they played with, you know, at Christmas and then never touched again. Somewhere in my brain, I think I can repurpose that stuff to do something. That's just not true. It's just not true. Is that it? We come to the close?
Yeah.
I
Now,
guess so.
I think so.
Now we're all starting to look at other things and.
yep. I'm looking at Robot Tank. I'm looking at
Yeah. Looking
Oh,
at
man.
Skate or Die. I was looking at those games.
Skate or
man.
Die. I knew that one. I remember that one.
Anyway, Warriors, to the billions watching now and the trillions watching on binge watching us later. We do appreciate every hour that you spend here on the Warrior Hour. Stay tuned for episode 86 coming up next week. I think the full team will be there. I know I don't have anything going on.
They're going to be playing some game.
Play some games next week.
Some games.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
got to make sure I got the latest update.
Make sure we're
Prior
all
to
ready to
that.
go. If we're not ready to go next week, then maybe we'll have to wait. But next episode is going to be
Pew pew
Gameplay
pew
Central.
pew die pew pew.
Pew, pew, pew.
Oh, sorry, it was this. One button. That's all it was. That's all it was.
Always good, gentlemen.
Always fun, guys.
Absolutely, guys.
Well, take care. Till next week. Peace out.
Peace out,
Peace.
guys. Peace out, buggers.
Introducing the Cool Wallet Pro, an enhanced hardware wallet the size of your credit card, yet packs the most sophisticated cold storage technology inside, giving you full control of your digital assets whenever, wherever you need it. Cool Wallet Pro connects offline to only your mobile device within a 10-meter distance, and requires you to physically confirm every transaction on your Cool Wallet Pro after checking transaction details for optimal security. Cool Wallet Pro is designed for the professional crypto user who needs more than just superior security in a hardware wallet. You can plug in directly to the world of DeFi, DEXs, and other dApps, allowing you to earn easy passive income from staking and DeFi on the best crypto blockchains. Through our extensive marketplace, you can trade, sell, and buy directly from trusted third parties, all within the Cool Wallet app. While staying anonymous, retaining data privacy, and avoiding trust risks. With Cool Wallet Pro, the key to your future is in your hands.